This is problem number 9 for section 1.2. So what we want to do is to use absolute value expression and inequality notations to describe the following situation. Well, it does have some extra comment because the awkwardness of the way it was programmed. So when you have greater than or equal to, you might want to be a little bit careful with how you write it. So first of all, you want to recall what's the geometric meaning of distance. So when you try to describe the distance between 2 points A and B, you're basically having either A minus B takes absolute value or B minus A takes absolute value. So the idea of describing the distance, we can use absolute value expression. So the first problem, which asks you what's the distance between the points x and 18, so it's up to you how you want to write it. It's either absolute value of x minus 18 or the other way around. So let's just stick with the first one. Well, it did say the distance between x and 18 is no more than. Okay, it's no more than 3. It means it could be less than 3 or it could be equal to 3, but it's not more than 3. So what essentially we are talking about, we can translate the word description into a mathematical expression, which essentially talks about this. Hence, I can phrase it as x minus 18 less than or equal to 3. So that's the answer for the first problem you have here. Well, the second problem, along the same line of thinking, you could have paused the video, try to finish the rest of the problems. Oh, by the way, I do want to point out, because the problem said we can't really input less than or equal to, so the answer, when you type it in, you want to type in x minus 18, and you want to put a space here so the expression can understand that you meant LEQ is typed out by itself with another space, and you put the 3 there. So sorry about the awkwardness of how to input the answer. So that's about the first problem. The second problem is explained as the distance between the number x and negative 12. Hence, we're talking about x minus negative, I meant 22, which is absolute value of x plus 22. It's supposed to be at least. At least means it's either the same or greater than. So it is greater than or equal to 4. Therefore, what you had is x plus 22 space and then greater than or equal to GEQ as explained in the problem, space greater than 4. Okay, problem 3, problem 4 were structured slightly differently, but if you look at it, x is at least 22 units from 0. So how do we translate it? It is the distance between x and 0 is at least 22, right? So the distance between x and 0, distance between x and 0 is absolute value of x minus 0. Hence, absolute value of x at least 22 means greater than or equal to. So GEQ 22. And I hope the last problem you can discuss it very easily. It's the distance between x and 0. So the absolute value of x is at most, in other words, less than or equal to 18. Okay, so this is how we can work it out. So bottom line, you should understand the geometric meaning of absolute value expression, how it's related to distance. So you can convert back and forth between word descriptions and mathematical notations.